Okay, so we already got the X and the Y, we labeled them X and Y, and we put our X's in L1 and our Y's in L2. So you see that right here. So I went through the calculus. This is how I did. I went Stat, Edit, and I put all my X's in L1 and all my Y's in L2. And if you don't like what's in there because something's in there, you highlight it and press the clear button, which is right here. Right there is the clear button, and it will clear everything, and then you can enter data. And then when you can go over here to L2 and press clear as well. So I have all that data in there. So now I want the equation of the line of best fit. So I'm going to cover up the data for now because we've got it there. And I'm going to go Stat, Calc, number 4, LinReg. And my X's were in L1. And as Jaden discovered, if this doesn't say L2, you get a different model. So make sure your X's, it says L1 and L2. So what if this said L1 like Jaden's? So I'm going to change it to L1. How do I change it to L2? So are you listening? Because this might happen to you. Or someone in my algebra class might change it to some other tables. Or in stats class. So you go highlight it, and you press the second key. And then if you go down here, look in blue. L1 is above 1. L2 is above 2. So blue 2 will change this to L2. Then I can go, now if it's preset, it's already preset L1, L2, but in Jaden's case, someone changed it to L1. So I press calculate now, and I got that answer there. So I need to write that down. Now the A value is my slope. Let's write 4 decimals down. So negative 1.354. Now, there's a 5 here. What does the 7 do? Round it up or down? Up to 6. Okay? And then what's the y-intercept? It's the b value. So your calculator doesn't do mx plus b. It does ax plus b. There's your b value. And it's an 87. And I got to carry it over here. So 87.156. Now, what does this 6 at the behind the 8 do? Up or down? Up. Okay, there it is there. So what is my equation of the line of best fit? Y equals negative 1.3546 x. And this is a positive 87.1569. There's my answer. Now, this is the question that gave a lot of people trouble. They said y-intercept where you cross the y-axis. But I want you to go deeper. I know it doesn't say it there, but I want you to go deeper. When you cross the y-axis, that always looks like this. 0, comma, some number, and that number we call b. Remember, the slope was a here. The y-intercept was b. So this is really the number 0, comma, 87.1569. That's what the y-intercept is. But what does that mean in the terms of what this problem is talking about? So Tiffany, help me out here. You got this written down, but what is that 0 is an x, right? Yeah. And this is a y. What does x measure according to our table? This is 0 hours. And what does y measure, Tiffany? The score. You get a score here. So, Avery, what does this coordinate mean? Now it's 0. You get a score of, and what are we measuring hours in terms of? TV watched. So, this is what we would write. If you watch 0 hours of TV, you will get a score of 87. That's the explanation I want. But if you can get to here, it's really easy. But you got to remember y-intercepts always have a 0 for the x. Now, is that true or not? I don't know. Remember, I told you your models usually aren't perfect. So someone goes, well, I didn't watch any TV and I got a 98. Or someone goes, I didn't watch any TV and I failed it still. So, I mean, that could still happen, but this is what our model predicts. And you have to say it in that voice. I didn't, with the whinery voice. Okay? So let's do this problem here now. Can you read this problem for us, Victor?
If a student watched 20 hours of TV, what would be the best prediction?
20 hours of TV. What do you think, Tatiana? Is that X or Y? For this one here, yeah, this is X. So X equals 20, so let's put it in our formula. Y equals negative 1.3546. And we'll put the value of 20 in. Plus 87.1569. And I just have to type that on my calculator. Thank you that I don't have to do too much of this by hand. I do get tired of writing all those decimals, though. So what do we predict their score is going to be? About a 60. 60.1. That's the score. Do you think your parents will be happy that you watched 20 hours and you got a 60? No. Probably not. Not if your parents care. Okay, that's your score. So maybe there's some kind of link here. Okay? Let's go back to this one here. So help me out here, Anthony. Can you read this one here for us at the bottom? 70 on their quiz. What do you think, Ryan? Is that X or Y? That's the Y value. So let's put that down here. This is the Y equals 70. We'll put it in our equation. 70 equals negative 1.3546 times X we don't know, plus 87.1569. I know many of you know what to do now. What did you do next, Renato? If I want to get X, what should I do here? Yeah, get ready. Everything in front of X. What's the first thing that's the easiest thing to get rid of that's blocking X?
Plus 87.
Yes. So we should do the opposite, right? And when we do that, whoops. What do we get when we do that? Has anybody done it yet? Minus, I think it's around 13.
I got 12.66.
Oh, I got 17.
I got 17.
70 minus 87, well, that's just going to be negative 17. So mine's right if you put the decimals here. The only difference would be if you got this number different. Okay, so maybe someone did some rounding, but even so, I'm going to get... I think some of you have to be careful about what you type. It's not that you don't know how to do it. You're not careful about what you type. Okay, now what should I do? What should I do with this last step here, Jaden, to get to X? But if I divide by 17, this is going to be 1, and this is still going to have a number in front of X. Yeah, you got to do the part in front of X. That determines it there. Nope. So I typed that in there. So I got it right here, and someone said it's 12.66. Last time I believed someone, I got like 3 different answers, so I'm just going to check it here. Not that I don't trust you, Ian, but... And Ian, you're a good job. 12.66. Let's just round it to 1 decimal place. So what would that first 6 round to? 7. 12.7 hours. Okay, we got that done. There's another one on the back. Okay, you guys, when you see it written like this, can we not put this into the calculator, into the stat edit? Can't we? This is an X, and this is an X. Can't the X's go into L1? And then this is a Y, and this is a Y, so put the Y's into L2. And you can get the equation of the line. It will focus back again. It will get the equation of the line. So do that right now. Just clear your L1 and L2 out. Remember, go to the top and clear it. And then go and put those in. You don't have very much to enter. And you'll get the answer. So now when I give you these, you have a really fast way to do this. To get the equation of the line, you don't have to do as much algebra. Stat, edit. I'm going to clear out L2 with the clear button. Don't use the delete button, use the clear button. Got to zoom out again. Okay, so I'm going to use the clear button right over here. And then I'm going to use the clear button here and press enter. And now I can just put it in. My X is going to be 6. My other X is 7. Are you doing this one, Victor, or are you just waiting for me to do it and then you haven't practiced anything? So I only need 2 pieces of data. I can get the line. Now I can go stat, calc, LinReg. Oh, there it is. Y equals negative 5x plus 31. How quick was that? The other way to do it is find the slope, then plug one of the numbers into the equation with the slope and those points and find 31 and then get the line. That's the other way to do it. Okay, so do that with these ones as well. L1, L2, L1, L2, L1, L2. And at the bottom, how many decimal places is a good rule of thumb? What does it say at the bottom? What does your sheet say? You got a sheet in front of you.
Remember, round numbers and learn best fit to the nearest 10,000 4 decimal places, and all other numbers to the 4
Right there.
When's your birthday this one?
January 21st.
Alright, what did you do, camera?
It's the software, I think, on the camera that keeps it doing that. Because if I try to lock it, it locks it unfocused. It used to lock in focus. I don't know what changed. So, anyways, so do these 3 problems right now. Those 3 problems right there. Use your stat key. Okay, use your stat key.